Okay, here we are in part 2 of chapter 3, lesson 8. We are actually going to take a look at a couple of practice problems. So, on these practice problems, your book is going to be open to page 242. We're going to do 4 more problems together. So, get right with it, get at it, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so taking a look at the guided practice on 242. Again, remember that this is my divisor, and this one is my dividend. So the first thing we need to do is take that divisor and make it a whole number. So I'm going to move it over 1, so I now have 3 as my divisor. Whatever I do to my divisor, I have to do to my dividend. I multiplied my divisor by 10, therefore I'm going to multiply my dividend by 10, which in easy, quick terms, move the decimal over 1 space, 1 place value. So I have 36 and 9/10. Now that I am finished with the decimal, I have a whole number that I'm dividing by. I can move my decimal point up. Now I just divide. I ignore the decimal. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. I'm going to subtract. Check. Make sure that that 0 is less than 6. Or, sorry, less than 3. It is. So now I can bring down the 6. Now I start over. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now I take 2 times 3 is 6. I subtract. I'm going to bring down. I'm left with 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 9 is 0. And I ran out of room because I'm going to be doing that problem with you, so I have to save my space. All right, so same thing here. We're moving on to number 2. Number 2, taking a look at number 2, we are going to do 1 and 3/10. That's my divisor. I'm going to make it my whole number, so I get 13. I multiplied it by a power of 10, just 1, because I moved it over 1, so therefore now this becomes 0 and 338 10,000ths. Hundredths, tenths, I'm sorry, thousandths, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. I think I said 10,000ths, but I meant thousandths, not 10,000ths. I need to drink my coffee more. Okay. Coffee break. Here we go. This is where we're going to be working with zeros. Since I'm taking 0 divided by 13, I can't make any group of 13. Now let's move to 3. If I have 3, can I make a group of 13? No. Therefore, I'm going to have a 0 in my quotient. I'm going to go all the way through this, through the steps. So 0 times 13 is 0. And then I'm going to subtract. I know that 3 is less than 13, so I've done it right. Now I'm going to bring down that other 3. Okay, so now I'm going to divide. Notice how nice and neat and lined up everything is. This is where it is crucial that you take your time and line everything up. So I have 33 and I'm dividing it by 13. I know that that can go in there twice. If you're not sure, over on the side, multiply it, check it out. That gives me 26. I know if I add another 13, I'm going to go over. So 2 times 13 is 26. I'm going to subtract, and when I subtract, I know I am left with 7. 7 is less than my divisor. I'm ready to bring down that 8. So 78, how many groups can I make? Well, 78, let's try times 6. So 8 times 6 is 48. 7 times 6 is 42. 42. 43, 44, I'm sorry. 8 times, oh my goodness, redo. I'm doing this wrong. I'm multiplying it by 78. Mrs. Horner, I'm multiplying it by 13. Ah, see? This is why I make mistakes. 13 times 6. See, Mrs. Horner makes mistakes. And I just laughed at myself. Ha ha ha, way to go, Mrs. Horner. I was like, this is not what I need to multiply. Starting over. 13 times 6. Again, just cross it off. If you did the same thing I did, if you just looked at me and like, I'm not writing this down because it's wrong, more power to you. If you realized that you were writing what I was writing and I was not doing it right, then that's okay. You made a mistake too. Everybody makes mistakes. All right. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry my 1, which is my 10. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. So I get 78. So 6 times 13 is 78. When I subtract, I get nothing left. I'm not annexing any more zeros. I love it when I make mistakes on camera. It shows that I'm human. Okay, here we go. And you're human too, so make mistakes. All right, so my divisor. I'm going to move it over 1. Therefore, I'm going to move my dividend over 1. So I get 27. And then I have 29 and 43 hundredths. So I have 29 and 43 hundredths divided by 27. I'm going to move my decimal point up. Now I'm going to ignore it. 29 divided by 27. I know that can go in one time. I subtract. I'm left with 2. I'm going to bring down my 4. If I have 24, can I make a group of 27? No. Therefore, I'm placing my 0 in my quotient. Okay, once you place your 0 in your quotient, still multiply it out. 0 times 27 is 0. Subtract. Bring down. 243. We're going to have to do some math over here. So 27, let's try 9. So 9 times 7 is 63. 18 plus 6 is 24. Man, Mrs. Horner is on fire today with that. Anyways, I made a mistake, but I got that one right. So 9 times 27 is 243. I subtract, and I'm left with nothing. So I don't have to annex any zeros in the quotient, or I'm left with a 0 in the quotient. I'm not needing to add any more zeros in my dividend because I have nothing left down here. All right, so we're going to take a look at number 4. This is going to be the last one we do. Number 4. Alicia bought 5.75 yards, or 5 75 hundredths yards of fleece fabric to make blankets for a charity. She needs 1.85 or 1 85 hundredths yards of fabric for each blanket. Ugh, I can't even talk today. How many blankets can Alicia make with the fabric she bought? Again, can't talk, can't read, having a day. Okay, let's talk about this. We are not going to make a half a blanket. So we either make a whole blanket or we make no blankets. So keep that in mind when we start working through this division problem. So it really is 5 75 hundredths divided by 1 85 hundredths. Now, first thing we got to do is we've got to make that divisor a whole number. So I'm going to move it over 2 spots, which means I'm going to move this one over 2 spots. So I'm going to place my decimal point up there. So now I'm taking 575 and dividing it by 185. So let's see how many groups we can make. Let's start with 3, because I think 2 is going to be too less. So 15, 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 3 times 1 is 1, plus 2 is 5, so I got 555. That sounds about right. So 555. So I'm going to subtract 0. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, so if I add another 0, I'm going to be left with 200. Okay, so does that make sense if I were to keep going? Because what's going to happen is I'm going to get a 1, and then I'm going to get 185, and I'm going to keep going, 10, 5, I'm going to be left with 1, and then I'm going to annex the 0, and I'm going to be left with 150. How many whole blankets can I make? Let's interpret this. How many whole blankets can I make? Can I make 4? No. I can only make 3 whole blankets. So I can make 3 blankets. Am I going to have some leftover yards of fabric? Yes, I'm going to have some leftover yards of fabric. So you're interpreting your decimal by saying, okay, I'm taking 3 whole blankets. I'm not going to send this much of a blanket. I'm taking 3 whole blankets. Okay, so that's your practice for dividing decimals by decimals, and that's it. We're done.